Ikki68 Aurora was a keyboard whose group buy began early 2021. It featured an injection-molded polycarbonate case with an aluminum plate by default. While its gasket mounting structure was relatively novel at the time, what set it apart was its hot swappable badge. This alone was pretty unique since most badges back then are fixed. So this being a fully polycarbonate case didn't really perk my interest only because I had bought the Mark 65 polycarbonate version a few months before, and that keyboard had a similar design aesthetic, minus the hot swappable badge. Later in the year and even now in 2022, we will go on to collaborate with different designers and creators to offer the Ikki in different themes and colorways. Two of those I have here are the Ikki Dreamscape kit and the Ikki Stargaze kit. I also got in on their respective keycaps group buy, but unfortunately those have not been fulfilled yet, so I can only find their closest replacements in these builds today. Round 2 of the Ikki group buy, late 2021, not only introduced new colorways, but also featured a thinner PCB, a backward compatible aluminum top case, more plate choices, and more sound dampening options. I'll update these boards in later videos when I get their respective matching keycaps, and also list them on my Carousel store page, so keep an eye out for those, or just DM me on Discord if you wish to purchase them. In this mechanical keyboard community, the name of the game is customization. So today, I'll be showing you how to choose the right switches to achieve the desired sound profile that you want by introducing the concept of density. As we have concluded in the previous video, generally the denser or heavier the material of a keyboard, the higher pitched it becomes. Conversely, the less dense the material, the deeper the sound. This is because denser materials generally absorb lower frequencies which are responsible for the deep, bassy sounds. Since the Stargaze kit has an internal brass rate, I thought to re-emphasize this point with the following sound tests. I have separated the clips into 10-second chunks, so feel free to tap forward and back to compare the differences. But what about switches? Assuming the volume of each switch is the same, here's the ranking by density of the keyboard switches we are using today. They all use the same palm stem, except creams which have a slightly longer pole, so the only difference in material is in the housing. Let's take a listen to their sound profiles. As you can tell from these tests, the concept of density don't really apply to switches. The heavier cream switch should have the highest pitch tone, but it generated a lower pitch instead. If I were to rank the switches by their tone using my imperfect hearing, I would use the following two rankings instead. Now I use two here because it depends on where that particular switch is installed. Take for instance, to me, Alpaca sounded higher pitched in the alphas, but are one of the deeper sounding ones when put in a spacebar. My inference is that the materials that make up different parts of a switch play a significant role in determining its tone. So going forward, I will look out for the materials that the switch is made up of in order to make an informed guess as to whether or not I will like its sound signature. This conclusion, however, does not extend to spring swaps and or longer stem poles. That remains to be tested. So I hope this video has been informative for you and helps you determine what switches to buy and which group buy to join in order to get the sound signature that you desire. Oh, and just for the fun of it, I loaded this round 2 Ikki with Holy Pandas, a special for you to hear the sound signature of a tactile switch that has similar housing materials to the Alpacas. Personally, I like this sound profile the best out of all the three kits, a nice middle between thought and clack. See ya!